Hey guys, we're back for another exciting episode of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. This episode was indeed crazy. Josh tells Greg about him and Becca. There's ping pong. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Blink-182 throwback.
Absolutely.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining us today for our Crazy Ex-Girlfriend show. It's been a long weekend not being able to either watch / talk about this. So we are so excited. We have a very, very special guest to get to today. Yay! We have Kathryn Burns with us. Kathryn is the choreographer for the show. And we're going to talk to her all about that and this episode in particular and what she did with multiple episodes for this. I am your host, Briana Phipps. You can find me at bphipps14. And where can they find you on Twitter, Kathryn?
Cat M is a Marie Burns, Cat M Burns, or hashtag Cat Burns Choreo.
And we have another lovely guest, Nino and Renee, sorry, unfortunately, are not here today, but we have Joelle with us.
Hey guys, I'm Joelle Monique. You can find me all over the internet at Joelle Monique or every week at blackgirlnerds.com.
Hey guys, I'm Renee Ariel, and you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Renee Ariel.
Oh, y'all did that way better than me.
Practice.
Kid M7. Oh, just kidding.
After so many times of saying it, it just gets natural. Or semi-natural.
I believe it.
Memorize the speech. Down.
You'll have to excuse my appearance today. I was Frankenfurter for my Broadway Breakdown Rocky Horror Picture Show.
You guys should watch if you haven't seen it. It's pretty fun.
Went up today at 3 p.m. You can find it everywhere on YouTube under Popcorn Talk Network.
Yeah.
So let's just dive right into this episode. This was a crazy episode.
It was.
So funny.
A lot of things went down.
funny.
A lot of emotional turntables happening in this episode.
Josh in this episode, hysterical. I can't deal with him. I
Also
think he's so
continuously
funny.
the worst.
Yeah, he's the worst. How is she in
always.
love with him? Oh my gosh.
He's the best bro.
All right. Well, we start off this episode with Josh and Bex. And Bex is making, I call her Bex, sorry. Is making.
Josh calls her Bex.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Like you're like close to her, like a friend.
Yeah, she's my BFF.
I'll go way back.
But she's making him a traditional meal from her culture since she's had Filipino food. And he comes home and he's had a sushi burrito, so he can't have her pasta dish.
Quick question.
Are you gonna say a sushi?
I'm going to
burrito?
ask you guys a question.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how interviews work. Typically, I don't love asking, right? Cool. Just testing your fan knowledge. What song was she humming while cooking?
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember which.
Do 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 do.
Now I'm all thinking it's Jeopardy.
That wasn't this song.
We could if you hum the song, I bet we'll get the song.
I Give Good Parent.
Ding 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 ding.
I love that jam.
Call back.
Everything to me.
So season 1, when they
She
have
makes
that
the
whole,
Filipino
Yes.
dish for his mother.
she shows up. They do the turkey pilgrim dance.
I love it. I didn't even know she was humming.
God.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
You get 5
That's-
points and 2 candy bars after this.
I'm gonna give myself a crown.
That's what I love about this show. They like constantly are putting like little things here and there just to like either subconsciously or very in front of your face remind you that, hey, remember this?
I know, and it's great. I love that. I love that she just made him the dish. It's like I made you. Like it's whatever. Like it's whatever. If you ate, that's fine. It's cool. We can watch TV together. It's whatever.
Have you had a sushi burrito?
No.
They
Have
look
you?
amazing though.
No, I don't.
You
You
think
see them
they-
on the side of food trucks? They look really okay. Maybe it's just me.
I don't want
I
a
would totally
tortilla with my fish.
Why? I don't understand why you need to like wrap it in a burrito. Why not just have sushi?
It's like eating an entire sushi roll, but for the go. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of like your individual like small slice sushi, which is delicious.
Why don't
So
they just
good.
have
I'm getting
it's
hungry
become
thinking
street
about that.
food now, and that's kind of amazing.
Is it just, why isn't it just a hand roll?
Yeah, well, I don't. I think it's the
fall apart.
tortilla. The
Why the
tortilla
bread?
is what's throwing me off.
You
Like,
gotta think about
Yeah,
people in Venice, like cruising down the boardwalk on their rollerblades. That hand roll is not gonna stay tightly packed, but in like a burrito, it's just there. Also, fusion foods are a thing. I don't know, guys. I'm just trying here to defend the sushi burrito.
Is it just like wrapped up, or is there other stuff like that would
I'm
be in a
guessing
burrito?
there's like
and
seaweed and all that, just like what's ever in sushi, in a tortilla.
just in a that's the only.
But also, it's very Americanized sushi in that it's sometimes like
That sounds very Americanized.
like,
I mean,
like
into a
buffalo
burrito.
wings sushi and like like pork belly sushi. Like it's weird. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't
I'm
make
not
it.
hungry
I would
anymore.
just try it if someone bought it for me.
I would
Well,
too.
anyway, Josh is a fan of sushi burritos,
Clearly.
apparently. So much so that he had to have one after working out. And
He
then
wasn't hungry? Isn't he always hungry?
that's what I was kind of thinking.
A little
Take a bite,
offended,
Josh.
right? He
Yeah,
didn't seem
be
that
nice.
bad about like, oh, well, I can't really do that now. Like, you could have tried it, Josh, or you could have at least like felt genuinely sorry about having eaten already, or you could just text people like, hey, what's going on for dinner since we live together? I don't know. I have a lot of issues with Josh.
Oh, yeah, same.
Oh, really?
He frustrates
Oh, yeah.
me.
Why?
But because he's a man
See,
child.
He's a child,
He's a man
exactly.
child.
Man child.
Interesting.
Well, everyone in the show, I think, is either Team Josh, Team Greg, or we have one that we say is called Team Mental Health.
Yes, I love
Team
that.
be by yourself for a little while.
Yeah.
Team mental
Figure
health
it
for
out,
sure.
For sure, yeah.
So we get through the night, and we go to the office the next day, and Paula tells Bex about her law school.
That was a very cute moment. I love that they were both screaming together, chanting together. It was very, very cute to watch. And I'm so happy it wasn't like about Josh.
Right.
That's like not what they were celebrating for like the first time.
I love that she's looking up, because I'm sorry, they did talk about the ping pong also that night, and she does the lie. But I like that it's as soon as she says like, oh, stuff I'm not supposed to talk to you about, she's just like, okay, and like just drops it. I was like, yes, Paula, good job.
Good job.
Good for you.
Paula's definitely team mental health this season, and I'm really excited that she's like, you know what? I need to get my life in order. I think the show could have easily, especially after season finale, I was like, oh no, we're just going to do like a rehashing of season 1 all over again. Like, we're going to start from the beginning. And I was so excited to come back and see that like every character is progressing in their life. And it's cool because we don't get that a lot on network. It kind of, I see the Showtime-y aspects. I know the show was originally like written for Showtime.
Yeah.
I see a lot of that in this season in the character development, and it's exciting.
I know so many spoilers.
You can share them if you wanted to. We're here.
Heck no.
And
Half
Renee
after.
shows-
Heck no, y'all.
And then she asks Becca to write her a letter of recommendation. And it's so sweet. And then we get the dream song about her dreams finally being able to come true. Now, how long of a process is it from once the songs are written, like that you kind of step in, are teaching all of this, and then it being put onto film? Like, how long does that process take?
Well, there's a lot of meetings about dancing first, which is my most interesting way to describe what movement looks like without ever actually showing movement. So
So you don't bring photos or anything, you just kind of describe it?
Well, yeah, so we'll have like general meetings and concept meetings, and it's like, and then the dance, and then we'll come back to that. And then it's always like we sidebar the dancing, and then eventually we'll talk about dancing. And then sometimes the songs aren't written. But this one, like, we were really ahead of the game. Aline and the writers are amazing, and Renee Ariel, who wrote this season, but this episode. But yeah, Jack and Adam and Rachel write the songs. So when they get together and they're on the same page, then it comes to me, and we'll like have a first rehearsal with it. Like, Donna Lynn's amazing and can literally do everything, so we try a bunch of different things. So this one was like we had maybe like a few hours or so like in a rehearsal, and the space really indicated a bunch of things, so we played in the space, and then we had a rehearsal with Rachel and the directors and the EPs, and everyone kind of comes in and makes sure we're right on game and right in the right tone and stuff. But the princess one was really fun because there's lots of different princesses. Like,
Yeah.
is it Aurora? Is it Snow White? What princess is it?
Because singing
It
wise, she was
matters.
kind of Snow White. Dress wise, she was kind of Aurora. Like, we had multiple things just kind
Yeah.
of going together.
Yeah, isn't her voice so beautiful?
It's
So
amazing.
beautiful.
I love you, Donna Lynn. I know you're probably not watching because you're putting Charlie to sleep, but hi.
When she
But I
hits
love
those
you.
high notes every time, I'm just like,
Well, she's a soprano. She's like a
I
proper
know.
soprano, as she says, in an alto's body. So this was fun. It was really fun for her to like be a princess. And then so that one was, we actually had to like keep it grounded, because you could go really, really playful and big, and trying to find like subtle nuances of jokes every now and then. I don't know if you noticed the bird seed and then shucked on a vibrator. Thanks. And then like the little toe thing over the dead deer.
That was my favorite.
So we try to sneak in. I try to sneak in choreography. This episode isn't super 1 and a 2 and a choreography things. It's more movement coaching and like
well, one
keeping
of
it
my
authentic.
favorite scenes and songs from the show is Settle For Me. And I
Aw.
love that dance
Settle
sequence.
for me.
Because I love the Ginger Rogers, Fred Astaire. I was like,
Right? Oh, that one was
So-
so fun.
I just imagine you have so much fun on this set, like, because you get to do so many different styles of dance. It's not like I'll go to a Broadway show and do one kind of style multiple times. I get to do hip hop, I get to do
I
classical,
know.
I get to do
Exactly. ping-pongography, beerography,
We
and
actually had a question.
princessography.
We had a question in the chat about the new opener. Casey wants to know the process of developing the new season opener. She says she loves the 40s vibe, but it also feels pretty modern.
Oh, does it? Cute. Well, yeah, the theme song was really fun, and like I did shows like producers and spam a lot, so I'm 5'10", so like the showgirl lines and the playfulness of it is really fun, and so I have a great assistant, Dominique Kelly, and he assisted me on this one, and we just danced in the studio, and kind of the magic happens in the studio with the girls, and we wanted like a Busby Berkeley line, and there was actually a lot of pre-production on this one because those hearts had to come together and they have to be removed, and then there was a whole everybody, all departments came together, and like the art gave us like a animated drawing of how the hearts would come together, and then as we were playing with it, like the girls would have to hold the heart over their head for like 30 minutes at a time sometimes.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my
I'm
god.
totally exaggerating. It was like 3 minutes. But you know when you braid your hair and like after you get to the bottom, you're like, ow. So
Yeah.
imagine, yeah.
Oh.
So trying to piece it together, but they were stacked on top of each other. I have like a diagram of it, which is really fun, of just Josh's face divided into hearts. But yeah, trying to get those together, and then that actually was shot in reverse, that reveal. We tried to do it, yeah, that's because there was no mark, because it's an overhead, so you can't have like marks on the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was really tedious in the fact of like spacing and things like that. But like the choreography wise, I thought it was really fun and throwbacky and some showgirl moments. And then I'm luckily so fortunate to have worked with Rachel for so long that I can kind of predict how she'll move, and I can kind of like give her some cute little things that are like proper Beck's character, you know? And I don't call her Bex, but I felt like doing it for you.
I appreciate it.
So yeah, and yeah, so then once I taught the girls and we had a full rehearsal with them, then Rachel comes in for like all of 5 minutes because her schedule is crazy, because she's like a boss ass bitch in the best way possible, you know, writing, starring, creating, EP, everything. She does everything. She's part of everything. So rehearsals are very minimal. Come in and say, got it, okay. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, got it. And then, you know, just more coaching on the day. But that was really fun. And Mark Webb directed that episode and the opening theme song, who did the
That's so
original
funny.
Showtime pilot.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Did I answer the question?
Yeah.
You did.
You
You
did.
Yeah,
You answered
absolutely.
that question.
And thank you. Maybe just contemporary and like modern, because I just am like so modern, you know.
Just cool in the streets, hanging out, and you know stuff. I like it.
I mean, we have multiple different like songs this episode that you have different styles of choreography for. We have the ping pong, which I can only imagine.
Traditional ping pong choreography. Everyone knows exactly what that is.
Totally. Absolutely.
Every artist uses ping pong as like part of their shtick, you know?
Yeah.
Ugh,
It's
so
good, like, this
overplayed.
was your time. Like, this
Yeah.
was the ping pong dance. And we
Finally.
really appreciate it. Yeah.
Finally
Finally.
got to showcase
Second
that.
season.
Finally, we can caress our bodies with the pong, you know? The world has been
With a
waiting.
little child
Right
just
there.
on the other end of
Oh
the
my
table.
gosh.
So she gets lost into this lie of ping pong so much that she has to hire how old was he? Like 10, 11?
11,
Oh,
yeah.
To teach her how to play ping pong because she's a world champ or a champ of her, whatever that was.
Yeah.
I forget.
Northeast.
That's a long name.
Eastern.
Coast District
Josh remembered it
something?
right after she said it.
Yeah,
I was
Josh
like,
was laser focused in. That's
So
what
it's a
you
big deal
noticed,
then.
Josh.
the most he's ever paid attention.
Yeah.
I mean, this just
Entire
shows
show.
how good Becca is at lying on the spot.
I know.
I know.
That you can come up with a name that sounds is so ridiculous that maybe you wouldn't remember, so you can't like argue it or go look it up when you get home.
She's
Fun
smart.
fact, our director, Jay, is like a ping pong expert.
Oh.
So we were like, he's like, actually, I'm a ping pong expert. I can help coach. Like, oh, really? But they hired someone to help coach the little kid and Rachel. I don't
That's
know
so
that
great.
it helped that much.
The kid was convincing. Whether he knew
Yeah.
what he was doing or not,
Good.
I believe
He was
that
coached
he knew
more
what
than
he was
that.
I
doing.
believed it too.
Okay. There you go.
The chat says this is their favorite song. Far Girl 444 says this is my favorite. And I'm sorry. Evie says Ping Pong Song is my favorite. And then Alyssa E says, how long does it take to choreograph a dance for the show?
Oh, it totally varies. Yeah, because like these songs didn't have choreography per se of like a 1A and a 2A and like I can do a YouTube tutorial and teach it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of coaching. Honestly, it depends. Sometimes there's a really dumb dance coming up this season. Like it's just supposed to be dumb, and that was strangely harder to find than like the opening theme song with like 10 girls.
I feel like very serious comedy is a lot easier because it's easy to play the straight man as opposed to like I am the goofy one, and then finding that that balance of,
Right.
of appearing stupid and having it be funny as opposed to just being stupid and off-putting. Like I don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like what makes the way someone moves weird and quirky and funny.
Yeah.
Versus like coming up. I don't know. I'm ruining the flow of
Oh,
the
no, you're
episode,
fine.
but obviously the next episode is a Marilyn Monroe moment. Like Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. So that's a very clear movement vocabulary. So that's a lot easier than. And then they dance weird. So what is weird?
Les P also wanted to know: do actors ever improvise their own choreography?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, all the time. I think for me that's the most interesting thing is to see how actors naturally move, and everybody on the show does a lot of their own homework, and they're very educated in lots of different styles, and obviously a lot of them have Broadway training and have been on Broadway for like years and years and years and years and years. So when they come to the table with lots of ideas about everything, and that includes movement. And Vinny loves to like be in the studio and play and do a bunch of different things, and they all do actually. And yeah, so and then Rachel, like for Heavy Boobs, for example, was like, okay, good, we got all that. Now I just want to like move around and bounce my boobs a ton and just improvise.
I was wondering about that
And
because
she's just like going for it.
I was like, was that Rachel or was that the choreographer's choice? Because as a busty woman myself, I was just hurting,
yeah.
and I was like, did she willingly do this to herself?
Yeah. She was like, I asked for it, but like, at the end when we were like rehearsing it and with the girls, I kept being like, oh, ow, I'm sorry, and then I was like, Rach, at the end, can they be like, oh, ow? She's like, oh yeah, that's funny. So you know, things will
Add that
happen,
into
and
it.
like, it's really for me, it's really important to have the studio feel playful, and to find what's funny because we're in the moment playing with it, and yeah, so the answer is yes. That was a very long yes. They do improvise.
I love
And
it.
some of it makes the cut.
So going a little bit back to the episode now, we get Greg confessing to his friends about his alcoholism, and Josh is making it very, very much about himself.
The worst.
Y'all are
very
so
anti-Josh
anti-Josh.
over
It's
here.
so
You
funny.
you came on the week that Nino and Trinae, who are more the Josh people, are not here.
Oh, well, you know, it takes all kinds, right?
Yes.
Like
So
last season,
interesting.
I was the only Greg person because it was a 3-person panel, and it was both Team Josh and I was Team Greg. So this season it's kind of nice to have people on my side.
Always Team Greg. Greg really loves her. We'll get into it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
But so he tells them all, Josh is making about him. White Josh is just constantly being like, it's not about you.
Oh my gosh, I love him.
My Josh
He's
is the
fantastic.
best
You horny
character.
monsters.
I know.
He has some great lines.
David
does.
Hole, ladies and gents.
And
He's
then-
a Broadway kid. Sidebar.
Oh.
Yep.
That's so interesting how many Broadway people like
Yeah,
were
there's
brought
a ton.
into all of this. Like, I knew that
Santino.
Santino, thank you, was the Prince in Cinderella, but then I didn't make the connection that he was Prince Hans as well. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, he goes from being Cinderella to being this asshole to being this drunken guy singing about UTIs.
Oh my god,
Does it
it's
all.
terrible.
Does it all.
Does it all. And then we have also Hector not quite understanding the rules.
Hector.
Of an alcoholic.
Hector.
Oh,
He
like,
tries.
someone needs to come take care of him who's not his mother. Like, I really want Hector to find
Oh, that
someone
was
who
funny.
can
He's like, I don't live with my mom.
I live with my best friend.
No.
That conversation, both of the conversations killed me about like we can go on like a double date with our moms. That was hysterical how excited he got. Oh, he's great.
He was
Very
almost,
slow but great.
he was almost excited as Josh's mom was to have flashback, which apparently didn't last very long. So,
No, back with Becca.
but
I
this,
get it. My mom's my best friend. Hi, can dance. She's probably she's in Texas, but she's probably still awake watching.
I love it. Hey, Mom.
I think there's that like
My dad watches too. He's asleep.
there's that kind of like paradigm shift where it's like you're a kid and you love your parents, and then you're a teenager and you hate them or you fight with them more, and then you grow up and you move out of the house and you realize how much they did for you, and you're like, oh, I really, really love you.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Thank you for doing my laundry and cleaning up after me and taking care of me for so long. Oh my gosh, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Well, the teen years are the worst. Everyone sucks,
Yeah.
It's
and
true.
everything sucks.
Yeah, life is hard. High school's annoying. It's hard, like your friends are the not your friends and your friends again. It's a lot. It's like
It's
going
the
through a
worst.
lot.
So this kind of spurns Josh into this whole feeling guilty thing, so that he needs to go talk to Father. Oh, what's his
Father
nickname?
Brosh.
Brosh.
Who's
thank
also
you.
the writer of this episode.
Really?
That's Renee Kube.
That's amazing.
Fun fact. Da, 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 da.
They even
imagine
dropping these knowledge bombs on us. That's
Thank you.
amazing.
That's why I'm here, right?
Yes,
And to ask
absolutely.
you questions.
I imagine that
Personal
he's
ones
just
later.
sitting right in this episode being like, okay, I'm going to write my character to be like, what an idiot. But also Greg is here with Heather trying to make amends for French fries.
Oh, my
my
gosh.
God.
Not
Poor
for
Heather.
not for leaving her for Rebecca, not for treating her poorly, for taking her French fries when he was drunk.
I love that she was like, oh, you don't need to do this. And as soon as he apologized for the wrong thing, she's like, okay, well, I forgot about that, but I'll apply this to other times you've
I
screwed
like
me
that he
over."
wasn't even concerned about like, oh, which other times did I hurt
know.
you? He was like, I like this writing wise though. I really like the addiction is really hard, and a lot of times you get like, I confessed and then it was roses and I never drank again. And I like that we get to have these moments of like, I'm trying to confess, but I still am not quite sure what how like the actual impact of my drinking and what it's had. Like, and you even get it in these comedic moments in the song. Like, it was a bush, really, and you kind of see stuff that you were missing before. Like, we've seen Greg drink all last season, but it never occurred to me that he might be an alcoholic.
Yeah, because you just think he works at a bar, he's going and he's de-stressing. I like that you brought up the song, because I totally forgot to bring up the Irish drinking song.
Choreography.
It's a good song.
Do you have code names for all of the songs?
I like to.
And the themes? That's
No, it's
wonderful.
just like I like to add ography to it's kind of like my shtick, you know?
It reminds me of Cisco from The Flash. I don't know if you watch, but he names all of his gadgets and all of the villains, and it reminds me of that.
So choreography is my gadget.
Yay!
So that makes
Gadget.
sense.
Well, I loved the idea of having an Irish pub song to explain why he can't drink.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, same.
And I imagine, because I feel like this is the only choreography people think of when we think of Irish
Right. I mean,
Yeah,
right.
that would be
It was
my
like,
go-to.
Well, I think Vinny who plays Josh, obviously, I call him Vinny, but Vincent Rodriguez III, like after seeing those outfits, I think as an actor, he had to do everything in his power not to break out into Newsies choreography.
That would have been amazing.
I'm sure he did in between takes.
I would watch that. I would watch
Right?
it.
Oh, yeah.
Newsies choreography was amazing.
I know, right?
Kenny Ortega, hello.
Yeah. He directed an episode last season.
Did he?
The bus episode.
I need to know who
Amazing.
directs it. Apparently, I'm completely behind.
There's a thing called IMDb.
I
that
know.
tells you
I need to like
everything.
actually go on there and see, because I'm just blinded by everything that's happening in the episode.
You're just
I know.
appreciating the story.
It's a great story.
It is. And so we move on to Josh now feeling so guilty that he blurts out to Greg that he has been sleeping with Rebecca.
That was the funniest moment for me, this episode. That killed me, because you're like, okay, like maybe he'll slip up, but you're not expecting him to just like blurt it out like that. And I died. And then our Becca, who's our social media person, said I was laughing very loudly in the studio, so my
And there
bad.
are all these signs. It's like quiet. People are watching episodes, and we're like, quiet.
It's hard when the show is just funny. It's
So
not
funny.
our fault.
They do it
Not
so
me.
well with just like, it's not in your face, it's subtly happening, and it just, you can't help yourself. You have
So
to laugh
good.
out
Sneak
loud.
up on
Yeah.
it.
LOL.
Yeah.
I think we like to say acronyms a lot out loud. Like
Yeah.
Rebecca was
Oh,
like,
totally.
LOL.
JK.
Oh my gosh, her crazy. So many, that one moment, oh gosh, what was it? With the LOL, like, oh, LOL, it's fine. And oh, we live together. You love me? You mean you love me? Great.
Oh, right.
That was great. You love me? Oh, you loved it. Got it. It's so funny.
I think this was a prime example of why I'm Team Greg. Like, Josh
Okay.
is in a crisis. Come on, man. Keep it together. And it's probably just to blurt it out. It's not even like.
But he can't lie. Maybe just he can't lie. He's a bad liar.
That also doesn't
I just like Heather during this
instill
entire
confidence.
time. Heather just sitting there being like, no.
Stop doing what
Stop
you're doing.
talking.
Yeah, I loved that.
Bella has so many. Who plays Heather? Bella has so many like good looks, like anything, and she'll just go.
Yeah, I know that face.
The lip quiver.
Yeah,
Yep.
everyone just was laughing always. Even in like Video Village,
she's
like
just
she
so
doesn't have
great.
any lines, and she still makes everyone laugh.
She's so great at that like straight face comedy.
Yeah, she's so subtle and it's so funny. Like she's just like she doesn't try hard at all, but she just says these things and you're like, did you say that? With like the potatoes last episode, she was just painting her toenails with the potato. Like those moments you don't expect to have with her, then all of a sudden they happen and she's great.
I was just getting so nervous the minute I heard the whoop-de frickin' do.
Oh my gosh.
I could if I wanted to, like music in the background. I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Is it happening again? Don't spiral.
He's becoming cynical Greg again.
Which I kind of miss cynical Greg. Like, I don't want to be an alcoholic, but it's so funny. I just really like cynical people. And I like the way that it ended with a literal explosion and just the hand.
Because
through
we're
the
all
wall.
waiting. We're all waiting. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna have a drink? Is he gonna go off? Like, what has happened? And then he punches a wall and stops the song, which is a great decision. I love having when they do that break in song to really create that.
Especially with the final line of "if I wanted to," like this idea that he has a choice right now between going back and drinking or like just dealing with this difficult situation. It was a very powerful moment.
Yeah.
In a comedy that is also a musical. I don't know how they do it. I don't. It's really impressive.
Aline and the writers, y'all. They're skilled.
And then after this happens, that's when we get the ping pong song. And we get the Blink 182 Josh and sexy gold ping pong outfit, licking the oh my god.
I love that they kept switching back and forth to her actually practicing with this little boy, and then her like saying things like penises, or boys love their penises, and she's like lip syncing this, hopefully not singing it, to this boy. I thought it was hysterical.
No, he was there. Wait, what do you mean?
Was she lip syncing it or was she singing it?
She was saying that she hoped she wasn't actually out loud singing this to a little boy, like not
more in her
the
fantasy.
Because she was
character.
lip syncing because it was Josh singing. So I'm wondering if in that moment when she was lip syncing, as far as we heard, because it was Josh singing, I hope she was lip syncing and not singing
For the character's sake.
Yeah, for that little boy to be like, what am I dealing with?
Yeah, he was there. He heard all of
I
it.
mean the character in the show. Yeah.
I feel like this 11-year-old boy within the character, he's traumatized. He experienced everything.
He's like, who is this woman?
Right
He's
on the
probably
chin,
just like
though.
writing everything up. He's like, she's crazy, whatever.
Yeah, because he starts off with all that advice about it and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she told him everything.
I also would like to know where his parents are.
Yeah, his parents let him
are
do
just
this.
like, go with this crazy
He's
lady.
the breadwinner.
Yeah, he's making the money.
He
Make
has
that
sent
money.
He has
ping
sent
pong
them
career.
away off his ping pong earnings. He owns a mansion.
And then throughout this whole thing, we're also getting that Becca's not writing this letter for Paula, but Daryl has written one.
Yeah.
Oh, Daryl.
Several
Pete
things
Gardner.
about Paula in this moment. One, who turns down a letter of recommendation? You don't even have to send it in if you don't want to, but like someone took the time to put thoughts about
just say
you to help
thank
you
you,
get
you
a
take
job.
it.
Exactly.
Totally.
Just move forward. Paula's just like, but I really don't need it. Rude. Second of all, a second letter of recommendation is helpful. Like, not just one person likes me, but 2 people think I'm qualified to go to your school. I was just very confused by her decision making.
I was
in this situation.
so happy when Daryl when she comes out, she talks about how she needs no spoilers for Game of Thrones,
Yes.
and he's like, well, you know what? This happens.
That was really funny.
I was like, I like this new Daryl.
Yeah.
I like Daryl with white Josh.
Yeah.
Confident.
He's learning. He's learning to be confident. That's cool.
So then we go and we actually have this ping pong tournament happening, and she's terrible.
Terrible.
She's just basically egging on her co-teammate because he's the only one doing anything.
Mama's got this
Yeah.
one. Nope, Daddy's got it. Okay, all right.
I'm with him.
Tried it back.
Yeah, I'm with him. And then we find out that White Josh did not know about Rebecca and Josh.
Oh.
Because Greg has not shown up.
I like that White Josh for me early on was just such a bro, and he's become like the most mature person on the show pretty quickly. And I feel like everyone should have to run all of their ideas by White Josh. White Josh should be the de facto, like,
But
this
what
is
about
a good
voice of
idea, this
reason?
is a bad idea. Exactly.
But what about the reason of him saying, why didn't you tell me? Because you're judgmental.
What, I had to be judgmental because you guys make crazy, stupid decisions. Look
Yeah.
at your lives. Okay, someone should maybe be making judgments here. One person. I'll be that person, but you have to trust me. To me, and then
Maybe he just needs to say it in a different way so they don't feel like they're being
No,
attacked.
this is how we hammer ideas home so that you remember them. It's offensive at first, but later it'll settle in and you'll be like, you know what? Yes, I needed to hear these words to lead a better life.
Are you saying that you yourself are judgy?
Yes, I am a little bit of Joy Josh. A little bit. He's my favorite.
Aww.
He is. He's
Who's
like
your favorite character? See? Questions. Told you.
Actually, Daryl might be my favorite character.
Okay.
I think Daryl might be my favorite character too.
Okay.
he's so
I really
sweet.
love Daryl. This,
I
oh my
love-
gosh, it was last episode with the best friend thing when Paula looked like best friend. Oh yes, best friend. When he said that, I love Daryl just thinking he's like best friends with everyone. Like, oh, we're all cool. And him at the party last season when Becca tried throwing, was it just a housewarming party? And he came. He's just, oh god, I love
No,
Daryl.
Daryl has
great.
the Daddy's Girl song.
That's one of my favorite
so
songs from
Oh
season
yeah,
one.
yeah.
No, and his brand of comedy is so unique. I feel like there's not another actor I can name that could just slip into this role and do it.
Plus, I love that he went to the Pride Parade in LA and performed the song.
Getting by, yeah.
Getting by.
I was there. We all were. Well, not all of us, but yeah, it was Pete and Rachel and David Hole and Vinny.
Can people find this on YouTube? Is
Yeah.
the thing that's out there? Oh my god.
I haven't seen it.
I'll have to
really?
go find it later.
People filmed it on their phones.
Amazing. I'm
It
gonna
won't be
find
great
it.
quality, but you can find it.
I just need to live the experience.
So the daddy daughter song, not in a creepy way, was Pete's first time singing for a show ever.
Wow.
He never and he was and then getting was it Getting By? That was her first time dancing? No, the California Christmas Time was his first time dancing.
Oh,
I
so
loved his
sweet.
dancing. That was just like,
That was like my favorite. Like he can do no wrong dancing wise. It's like, is that right? It's like, no, everything's great.
you just want to hug him.
I know.
Yes, totally.
You just want to hug him and tell him everything. That's why I'm so happy that he has White Josh right now. I'm like, he deserves happiness.
He does. The only
deserves
like
it.
healthy relationship in this season, aside from now
Paula.
and her husband. This season, last season, it was like, but this season they're like a team, and I love it. And then it's Paula and her husband, and then White Josh and Daryl.
Also, side note, just because I'm thinking of it, because last week we talked about how they had the advertisement settings for Amazon Prime and within the episode.
Yeah.
And then this week she was playing a flight attendant
flight attendant, yeah.
in the
South.
in the ping pong, and then they talk about the Southwest in the song. I'm like, there's a lot of like.
Oh, you're saying they talk about Southwest. I fly a plane, and then there was a flight attendant in the ping pong song.
And I was like,
who was
is
actually
she-
a dancer. Her name's
I was
Raina.
like, is she a
She's great.
Southwest attendant?
Oh, interesting. Oh no, I think that was coincidental. That
okay.
actually happens. I think that's like a really cool zeitgeisty thing that tends to happen.
Okay, because I totally noticed. I was like, I get it. Southwest
get
is this
it.
one's.
Looking for those Easter eggs. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional. But I don't know. Don't you find that in life? Like, so if something happens, it'll tie together,
true.
and like, oh, that was meant to happen the same time then.
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
take it either way, just for the fun
Yeah.
of me being able to find it.
And I'm just like covering a big conspiracy that this whole episode has been taken. That basically all of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend is in a giant plane. Just kidding. That's not believable. But
So Becca now leaves the bar because she can't just sit and wait to go find Greg, which at this point I'm thinking that she's going to try to get Paula involved, and I was nervous
I was gonna
as
be
hell.
so mad if she really did go to Paula.
If she didn't write her letter of
I
recommendation.
know. I'm like, what time is it? First of all,
how do you think she found him?
she did go to Paula. I thought she
No, I
had.
think she just remembered the GPS.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
And just like
But that
remember
was
that
where
he
he was
traveled.
at the house.
No, I had the 3 different ones. So she was like, she pinpointed him between 3 different towers, and then she was able to find the house. So I feel like she knew he was in the area.
Yeah, like she knows he
And he
walked
hasn't
from his
really been
house
leaving
to
that
this
space.
place.
Yeah.
So maybe she just walked that route and found
That
him.
was how I read it anyway.
Because I feel like there would have been a scene
Good.
with like her and Paula that like, because Paula, I mean, if I were Paula, I'd be so mad if you're now asking me for another favor and you don't do me the one favor I've maybe ever asked for.
We
of
all
you.
have friends like that.
I mean,
Yeah,
true.
You have like, I'm sure there's a friend that you're a better friend to them than they are to you, and then vice versa. You're probably a better friend. You know what I mean.
Well, and Paula
Yeah.
thinks the world of Bex because she even says she's better than her children, which I think is just a gigantic statement of how much she really likes Bex. So,
She loves Bex.
I
But
think
she also has really terrible children.
Well, and
Yeah.
this is also true, and I don't think Bex signs a contract willy nilly. That's the one. I think that if and when she does break the contract, it'll be like a huge, major thing because she's a lawyer. I feel like she takes it seriously. Maybe.
What if
see.
Paula sued Bex?
Wow. Then my whole world would be upside down because I need them to be best friends forever.
Yeah.
They're to me the best love relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
And a non, sexual kind.
Yeah. And they love each other unconditionally for who they are.
It's so cute. I love their
twist.
relationship. I love the moments in last episode where she was like, "Ooh, you're turning it so sexy when you do it. It's turning me on." That was so funny.
Please.
That
Oh
was
no,
so
Flower
funny.
Girl.
Good
Yeah,
moments
so
with them
great.
last episode.
Flower
so
Girl
great.
44 says it's called codependency. They are a little codependent. I feel you. A little bit.
Aren't we all?
Well, she
Oh,
finds
so something.
Greg. She finds Greg sitting on this bench with his box of donuts by his feet, not drinking. So that's a positive
Proud
thing.
of you, Greg.
Yeah.
He chose
Proud.
not to drink. He didn't go to the meeting, but at least he didn't drink.
Yeah.
And he reveals to her that the reason he got the DUI was because he was driving to her house to tell her he loved her.
Your face broke. You were like, no, God, why?
That broke me too.
It was the saddest thing ever.
It was so sad. Oh my gosh. I will admit, I was not expecting that moment to happen this episode at all. I would not think that Bex would be a big enough person to try to actually talk to Greg like that, because I mean, she's been so selfish about this situation. She's like, hey, can I actually, do you know where your son is? Because I'm having sex with his best. I need to find him.
She was the worst.
Right.
Last
She was
episode.
the
She's
worst. She
human being.
didn't care where he was. She just wanted to be with Josh and do whatever.
She literally just wanted to
to
have
get
sex
there.
with Josh because she's already with Josh. And she's just trying to clear her guilty
No,
conscience.
but she felt like Josh wasn't fully being with her because of this one reason.
And so she
Rather than
did
he
anything
maybe-
she could
she's a
regardless of how Greg would feel. So I was really surprised to see her sit down with him and actually want to have a talk, not just be like, we're cool, right? It's cool if I'm I loved that moment, and it was really sad.
And I loved the part of him bringing up well, you're happy now though, right?
Yeah.
And then her having to
Yeah.
kind of lie because she's not fully happy. She has part of what she wants, but it's not a real relationship.
Nope.
Well, she's getting a dream she wanted when she was 12 and could never really move on from. So this, whatever, it can't not last because she's built up the fantasy too much. But then we have this moment at the end where she's sniffing Greg's sweater. It's so infuriating. Dude, you don't have to do this to poor Greg. He's just getting into a good place. Can't you just be his friend right now? Oh, I want to strangle her
Well, at
sometimes.
least-
I love her, but I also would
least
be like,
so-
don't do this.
At
This
least
is
so
so
we
fun to hear you talking like this. I know too much, and I can't make decisions on my own. This
You're
is
just sitting here laughing at us, being like, haha, that's all I do.
little one.
No, he's sweet summer children.
But at least out of this, she got the courage to kind of stand up to Josh and be like, you know what? No, I've been lying to you because I want to spend time with you, and I deserve that. I deserve to be happy, and I deserve to be treated well.
I think that's
Yeah.
the first time she's said that, though.
Yeah.
I liked that moment.
EAT mental health. We get a little bit further.
So that was at least out of everything that's happened with Greg and Josh and her, at least now she's realizing, I do deserve to be treated better than how I'm being treated at this moment.
Well, we'll see what happens when she wakes up the next morning.
Right?
It's a moment of strength, but we'll see.
Well, let's get into predictions now.
Ooh. I can tell you all the answers.
We're getting part
We get a little,
Oh,
little
no,
lightness
technical
in here.
difficulties.
Do we get disco lighting
Should I
for this?
start?
We get a little.
There we go.
there we
There
go.
it goes.
Look at that. Oh, it's
A
fun
little
eerie
theremin music, yeah.
I love it there.
All right. A little touch in
Renee,
there.
we'll start with you. Do you have any predictions of what's going to happen next episode?
Okay, well, based on the preview, I sense a love triangle a little bit, because I think now that Greg is going to try to move on and probably not he's not going to pursue Becca anymore, and I think that's going to get to her, and I think she's going to try to pursue him while also still kind of pursuing Josh, because she's like, but why don't you want me? Maybe I do want you. You're stable now. Maybe I should. And at the same time, it's that dream of Josh. Josh is still going to be Josh and be annoying and not communicate properly, but it's cool. It's cool. And I'm predicting this because it's a hopeful thing. I predict that Valencia will come
You
back.
stole my
please.
prediction.
I love her. Please come back. I love Valencia. She's
Stole my
my
prediction.
favorite character. Sorry. She's my favorite character, but we don't have her in the season yet.
I also agree that Valencia, because she's just the perfect wrench in the plan.
You're changing now too.
No. I like Valencia. She's far from my favorite character. I have a lot. I want to slap Valencia every time she's around. no self-worth, and then that comes out as just having to put other people down, and it makes me sad for everything. Like, it's just no happiness comes out of Valencia.
I'm happy.
But she is. Renee.
Let me just say, Gabrielle's like the nicest person.
I've seen
We
some
had her
interviews.
do she taped answering a couple questions for us last season and sent it, and she was super
But so her
sweet.
character is so good. Ugh.
I want to keep
love it.
Valencia around because she brings the drama, which is exactly
great.
like now that, Bex gets the best of both worlds. I just need Valencia to rear her ugly head and be like, I'm back, and it all falls apart. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I miss Valencia.
Your predictions: Valencia comes back and ruins and stirs
Ruins
the pot.
love triangle that Bex is starting to establish based off previews. And my clothes keep telling I'm warm.
There's a song about triangles coming up. She's wearing a blue dress.
Recounting the preview.
There's gonna be a really great dance number.
wow.
I don't know why I'm talking to the microphone like this. There's gonna be dancing. It's gonna be the same theme song.
These are some great predictions.
I know.
Guys, you heard it here first.
So I'm guessing we're gonna have to change the theme song every season.
That's awesome.
I would love that.
I'm
That's
totally
awesome.
okay with that.
Keeping it fresh.
Character
I don't know about my
development.
predictions. Let's see. I think if Valencia does come back, I don't know if it'll be this episode, but if it is this episode, it won't be till the very end. It'll be like her walking in saying hi, black screen. I'm a big drama person. I like having the like very theatrical like
Hello. Blackout.
I mean, obviously we know Greg is coming, which I'm kind of surprised that Greg and Josh are so semi-okay with this being a thing, of this love triangle, to the point where they're sleeping in all the same bed, unless that's in her head.
That's got to be in her
I
head.
was thinking it has to be
cannot
in her head.
imagine that's happening IRL. That'd be crazy.
But I think we're definitely going to...
There's gonna be some great dancing.
I think we're definitely going to get to a point where it becomes an ultimatum of them telling her she has to pick.
Or they both
I can see
leave her.
that.
Or that happens, or she can't, and then they both
probably
leave.
that.
I feel like Greg and Josh's friendship is stronger than either of their relationships to Rebecca.
I'm going to have to kind of throw away my prediction of last week that she's going to get crazy enough to try to keep Josh around, that she fakes a pregnancy. But
Wow, I like that prediction. That's a bold prediction.
Quick question,
uh-huh.
because I told you I was gonna be asking all the questions. Have you ever had a friend date someone right after you broke up?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, date
the person you
that
were
I
dating?
broke up with?
That you just broke up with. Doesn't matter who
no.
broke up with who, but a friend, one of your close friends, dated someone right after you guys broke up.
That person would not
No.
be friends anymore.
Yes.
No, never.
That person would get punched square in the face. What is wrong with you?
But I mean, it could be the circumstances of the breakup. Like, if you're okay with it.
Right after?
I mean, within a few months.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, actually, like in high school.
Okay, it counts.
Yeah.
That
It was
counts,
a small
yeah.
high school. Okay, yeah, but like not like right after. Not like the night we broke up, I started sleeping
yeah.
with your best friend.
Right.
You're like, yep,
some
that's
bull
happening.
Night of's dramatic.
Before we get to the end, because I know we're running out of time here, but I do want to ask you, what has been your favorite number to choreograph?
Ooh.
It's a toughie.
That's a good one.
That is a toughie. You know, like, I'll say, like, the most special as far as, like, opposite of, like, accolades or anything was the California Christmas number, because it was the first and only time that all of the cast danced together. Almost everybody. Not everybody was in it. But yeah, it was really special because we were also just getting to know each other a little bit better, and that's when Pete Gardner earned his dance captain role. Because he would give, like, there was like a dance off, and he obviously was the best, so that's obviously how he won.
That's
and because his
amazing.
technique is perfect. But also he would give us like cheers between each take. I'm like, okay guys, this time think friendship. Okay, friendship on 3. Like, seriously. So that was the most fun to choreograph because it was everybody, and they were dancing on a big stage in a mall, and California Christmas. It was super fun.
So I guess going off of that a little bit, what's your favorite style to choreograph?
Oh, well, my favorite style was opening theme song. Like, I've been like chomping at the bit to do like a showgirly number.
It's so good. Like, I love this new intro so much.
I posted the video on my Instagram if anyone wants to learn the dance.
Oh,
They can hashtag crazy
we
X dance
should
or
learn the
something.
dance, and we should
do
take
it.
yeah, and then
Do
put it in
it.
our, we'll
Yeah, we
totally
should
do
play
that.
I will film that.
We should.
You're doing the dance. Be right behind the camera, getting all the
I took
angles.
dance once upon a time.
Yeah, me too.
I can teach you.
I was much
nail
more
it.
a tapper, but I think I can do it.
Oh, there's a really good tap dance coming up this season.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be pretty epic.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
You might like it more than Settle for Me.
Oh.
Wow.
This is a game changer, guys.
Wow.
This is a
Man,
game
that's
changer.
some big talk. That's some big
Great
talk.
prediction.
Yeah.
All right, well, sadly, we're out of time. No. But we will be back next week, same time, 8 p.m. to talk Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Thank you so much, Kathryn,
Thank you for having me. This was so fun.
This was such a great time to have you in, too, because I had so many questions ever since Heavy Boobs.
Yes, Rachel gave them all back massage gifts as a thank you for doing that.
Aw, that's really nice.
So once again, where can they find you?
I'll be better this time. You can find me at Kat M. Burns on Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook, the Kathryn Burns, hashtag Kat Burns Choreo.
That's good. That was a good one. I like that.
And Joelle, where can they find you again?
I'm Joelle Monique. You guys can find me all over the internet at Joelle Monique every week at blackgirlnerds.com. Head over to blackgirlnerds.com right now to see my review of Doctor Strange.
Hey guys, I'm Renee Ariel. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Renee Ariel, and check out my blog, catslipstickla.com.
It's so fun.
Okay, y'all's were still better than mine, even though I tried.
And you guys can always find me, bphipps14 on Instagram, Twitter, bphipps1214 on Snapchat. So, see you next time.
Bye!